I'm at Bangkok station, the big station that was built about 5 or 6 years ago as the big hub station for Bangkok. It doesn't really have that many trains really, and there's no high-speed trains. There's no high-speed trains in Thailand. So you've got this big station with not a lot of trains, but tonight it is full of cars. The station is actually up there. I am down here in the underground car park, which is huge, and it's having a car meet. Street Radial are having their third meet. Now, their second meet, I'm just going to mention it because I went to it a few months ago. Man, it was pure underground style in a car park of Aphiwat to do, and the police rocked up. They have gone from that pure, total underground vibe to a big, full hit meet, which is kind of like a mini retro havoc style here, because the cars now are starting to cruise out and the people are hanging out to watch the cars cruise out. But there's a lot of fumes down here and a lot of cars, and we're going to be here all night trying to get out of here. That is the problem. These guys now are starting to cruise, starting to get ready to go out, and the event has only just started and it's completely jammed up, and you can hear a bit of revving going on. Anyway, this is Street Radial's third meet, and they have gone mainstream. They have gone big. This event has been buzzed for quite a while. People have been talking about it. People have been looking forward to it, and the Tisha guys are out in force tonight. Everyone has come out for this event, to be honest. It's really big, and everyone has been waiting for this event. There's loads of cars, but not a lot of exits, and that is a big problem. So I'm going to be here for quite a long time, and also with this going more mainstream, we've got more booze and more things going on here as well. So it's become like a hooker, underground style car park show, and there's some nice stuff here. I mean, look, here we've got a 360 Stradale, and then we've got the Backyard Auto Detailing Evo wagon, and then here we've got a rather nice Mark IV, and we've got SW20s there. Man, it's going to be quite a crazy night. I'm going to be here quite a long time, so I'm going to whiz you around, show you what's going on, get you the vibe, get you the picture. What is happening? The very first person I see when I walk in here for 1 minute is no surprise at all. In my book, you cannot go wrong with classic racing liveries, and the Kanjo boys are out, as you'd expect at a car meet. This AlphaTauri Civic sedan, I really like that as well, really nicely done. And then over here we've got a Rothmans EG, again another car that you see quite often, but man, this boy's doing a little bit of work on the wing, a lot of filler going on there. The first Cephro I see tonight looks pretty good. It's got a big body kit, it's running pretty low, it's got 17-inch wheels, the black going with the white really well. That looks really, really good, man. It's had a bit of a hard life to it, but it's still looking great, and I like kind of the grille picked out in black, bonnet pins on it. Man, that looks really, really nice. And if we look in the back here, man, that is running absolutely low. The whole white is kind of really full on. And gee, that exhaust, that is as big as it gets. Well, you know I like the Cephros. That's the first one I've seen, and that ticks my box. And then also ticking the boxes here is this Sylvia, and it's quite unusual, the colour. It's really unusual, I haven't seen that before. And then this headlight upgrade, the silver in the middle here, everything going on down there. That is a really nice car, really nicely finished. The white wheels look great. He's got the spoiler on top of the window. It's got a very, very small thin spoiler across here. And he's got two exhaust exits here, which are actually different to each other. It's quite a nice car, that, quite unusual to see, particularly in that colour. Here is the smallest car I have seen tonight. This guy has turned up in a miniature AMG GT. All the lights are going, and what I really like on this, he's got the full F1 steering wheel thing going on, and a data logger, and a rear wing, and a big diffuser on the back, and the lights are lit up. That is actually full on cool. Hello? This 190's parked up now, the owner's gone, it looks pretty quiet. But I saw it roll up before, man. The works was going on with this. The lights are flickering, it's right down. And we look at the wheels here and that tyre size, right down on there now here. But man, I can't even find a tyre size here, but that is low. That looks absolutely amazing. And we go around the back, we've got a stance going on here like anything. That has disappeared up into the arch. It's got an extra spoiler on here, which is really, really nice, and kind of a little lip one on the back. And 190 is absolutely mint, and what I'm going to do is now, I just overlay when it drove past me because it just looked an absolute superstar. So, you see what it looks like going, you see what it looks like parked up. Let's carry on. Then we have a Ford Mustang sitting right in the middle here, black with its red stripe. Looks absolutely amazing. These BF Goodrich radials look great. Whole strobe light show going on inside. Really, really nice. This car actually belongs to JK, one of the most prolific content creators in Thailand. Joe, his name is, I should say, but he's known as JK. Here's another really nice German car that isn't JDM either. This 2002, it's actually won quite a lot of awards in Thailand and in Retro Havoc in Malaysia. Big awards as well. Shows like Retro Havoc, Bangkok Hot Rod. Absolutely beautifully done. It's down on there. It's just perfectly done. The owner, the builder I should say, he knows how to build cars exactly right. And that is exactly right. And then we have Kuntu's Jägermeister E30, which he's taking to Retro Havoc next year. And that always looks amazing. I mean, for me, that is the best E30 in Thailand you're going to meet. He's got a pretty neat carbon fiber gurney flap on the back, which I'm not sure I've noticed. I haven't seen this car for a while because he's been using this Cressida with a V8 swap to quite a few events. He's got the Retro Havoc sticker on it. Everything going on, really, really nicely done. I absolutely love it. They're kind of different to the M3 look, but I like this more than the M3 look. I mean, this car, I could talk about it all night. It's that good. But we better keep moving. It is absolutely crazy. And you can actually see this booze here as well, man. And a lot of noise and a ton of cars. I just met this car last week, first time at the GTR meet at Infinite Motorsport. And you can see it actually belongs to a young Thai driver who races in supercar in an Aston Martin. I've just bumped into two people I don't expect to see at car meet. Tar, superstar driver, races an Aston Martin in supercar GT4 for Team NZ, who once I used to work for, but I try to forget about that. And Minnie, who has gone from karting to cars. You still racing Honda City? Yeah, still racing in the Honda City one make race. So Songkla, you race. She'll be racing in Songkla in a few weeks' time, about 3 weeks' time. An absolute star of the future, both stars of the future, and they do not expect to see them at an underground meet.
Hello guys, my name is Ananton. My nickname is Tar. I race in Team NZ, and this is my GTR R32. So this car used to race in Soup Up in the Super 6 with the radial tires. It did a 9.7. If I got it right, I can't remember. Yeah, but right now it's running about 1200 horsepower.
I was going to put it back on the drag strip fairly soon, so I'm looking forward to this car rocking back to life. I'm pleased to see it again so quickly. This Accord is a pretty familiar car, but it's had a big makeover and a much wider and unique custom body kit just put on it. And I've been seeing it being built up over the last few weeks. And now it is finished, and the first time it's been out here, and you can see this big wide kit with the intake here, all very unique, all really nicely done, running right down on air, a lot of details. That skirt is so wide and right on the ground. Man, we're just coming up to 10 o'clock and the cruising has started and the crowds are just getting so thick now, it's unbelievable. Man, this event has just skyrocketed and blown up on its third time. Everyone is cruising, the crowds are just standing around everywhere. This guy is directing everyone, man. It is unbelievable what is going on in here. This event has just absolutely rocketed, and I'm just going to make a break because here is one of my favorite A31s, and sometime I've got to make a video on this car because this not only looks full insane time attack style, and look at that rear wing. but it actually, under the bonnet, it is just as bigger and powerful as anything. Absolutely amazing the work that has gone on with that car. The crowds are absolutely lined up here. This is actually exactly like the Retro Havoc rollout party, where they come through the barriers, the crowds are everywhere, and then they're going to head down that tunnel, sounding their engine and heading for daylight. It's exactly like that. I mean, it is so crowded in here now, it's unbelievable. Now the cars are queuing to get out, and there are 3 barriers to go through, and there is a big long queue, and I've already now got this feeling I'm going to be here quite a long time tonight trying to get out of here, and I'm getting right in everyone's way here trying to get out. Man, look at that 350Z in Advan colours, looks absolutely fantastic. Another Z coming up, and then this is a Corolla with a face-off. In fact, I met this car once or twice. It's got a face-off on the front with this style, and on the back end it's got a sedan body, it's got a bigger wing on it. And then, man, here we have a classic Corona, bonnet off, cage stripped out, big wheels, cut away, really like that fitment sticking out. A flying brick with what looks like an Evo style bonnet on it as well, and he's got a wing on the top, kind of a little bit of overboard BTCC. It's a real nice set with all the Nismo thing going on. Japanese plates, got the Nismo stripes on it, very clean, nice rear wing on it, kind of like that as well. So while I'm in the traffic, probably my 2 standout cars of the night so far. Underneath all this completely crazy, mental, wide body menace, full-on customization. There's a Z under there somewhere, but apart from these lights, what I really like is you see these eyes he's got these digital panels flickering these eyes. I'll check out what these guys are doing later. Thanks, man, nice to meet you. This is what it looks like they're all about. Anyway, the back end of this is absolutely all deleted. It's got big twin exits coming out here. Everything's gone here. It's only got these struts going up. I'm not sure what they even do. And then we've got one here, and then we've got this Aristo here. And I don't barely recognize it. I just stand there and look at it for a minute to work out what the hell was going on. He's got the same eyes going on. He's got the same wheels that look absolutely crazy. Really big along what looks like a custom spoiler on the back, and big twin exits going on. Man, these guys are absolutely full on. You need to check them out, because whatever they're doing, it's pretty mental. So not only is that an absolutely crazy car, the owner is just as crazy. He's got the other car, the Aristo here, he's sitting on the bonnet and he's pushing it forward with no driver in there at all. These guys are absolutely having a night of it.
Next year, land show in the เขาใหญ่ car show in the golf.
And here's an EG, pretty nice bonnet, carbon frame, seats and no driver. The guys are pushing the car along. And here is a lady pushing a car along. everything you get at a car show. And here we have the whole lowrider thing going on. Well, it's an uprider now, actually, it's just gone up. And it's going back down again, man. That is about 1 centimetre from the ground. He is doing the whole lowrider thing. It's going to start dancing probably in a minute. Left-hand drive. It's going up and down like crazy. And we got another one actually here as well. Also doing the whole lowrider thing. He's completely blacked out. I have no idea what's going on in there. But we look at these BBS on the back. They look really, really nice. And that is right down. This is pretty nice. This classic 4-door. It's got some nice details on it. The red skirt, the red door mirror. Man, these wheel discs look absolutely fantastic on this car, on this kind of fake single locking hub nut racing style. That's kind of cheeky. I like that. I really like this FD. This is full Saturday night street racing deal going on. Headlight delete there. He's got the Feels body kit, which gives it a wider track. So you're getting a lot more handling and you can drop more power down with that wider track on the front. And it's all custom under here. We can see custom intakes, custom radiator, got a fuel system, upgraded mount, a lot of things going on here. You can see adjustable suspension. So it's not just for looks. This is the full Saturday night street racing. And he's cut out the bonnet, put these composite intakes in there. But then if I take you round the back, man, just look at that rear wing. That is absolutely huge for an FD. And what I like here is he's centrally mounted the exhaust exit, which you don't very often see on an FD, and it looks bang on. And he's actually cut away the whole bumper. He hasn't got a diffuser down here, but he's cut it all away, opened it all up racing style, and he's actually cut in there to mount that right up century, and that looks absolutely fantastic. Man, this is the way to rock up to a car meet on a Saturday night. I just walked past this EG, and I mean, to be honest, if you bring an EG to a car show, you need to make a bit of a statement. And this guy is making a big statement with those 4 individual throttles sticking out the front. But there's so much going on with this car that when I looked around it, man, it kind of blew me away a bit. A lot of work has gone into this, and I like the way the radiators have been mounted kind of down here, angled, and he's got 2 big fans, and it all looks custom made on here. He's taken away the radiator grille here as well, so it kind of feels really open and low. It's got a race towing eye, it's got carbon fiber dive plates there, and you can see a lot of custom work, custom tank, custom piping going on. But inside, looks amazing. It's got carbon mirror here, got a carbon door shell, but it's pure race inside. It's got a special dashboard here, and it feels like it's a bit covered with like an Alcantara material. All the switches, it's got sequential shifting there, and you can see the gauges, the race seat, the fuel tank, the roll cage, the harness, man. This is absolutely the works. And look at this, I think it's its door handle. Perspex going on here, the fasteners going on. It's got an exhaust pipe here right next to the tow hook. It's gonna be hard to get it on the hook. Everything's cut out, get the weight down. This is kind of a bit rough and ready, but absolutely amazing. I'm just gonna brake because that livery is real standout as it goes past. Anyway, back to this car. He's got Volk Racing wheels on, he's got Brembo calipers, discs, bells, the full works on this. This is really nice. I really like this. This is another pure street racing Saturday night car. I mean, I just talked about that FD. Then I get to this, man. We're on one tonight. Here's a pretty nice E30 4-door in a blue that I don't think is going to come across in this video. Anyway, it's got Nissan brake calipers, got some pretty nice forged wheels on it, but it's the kit on it I like, which is completely unique. You can see the way it's bolted on around here, and the kit comes around here, and then it's kind of got like a thin arch coming out. Quite a distinct, quite an interesting car. I like the blue, and he's got matching blue ambient underfloor lighting as well. Big cooler in the front, a lot cut out to get the air in. It's deleted the badge, but again, I think it's the body kit that really makes it stand out. And again, on the back end, you can see it's got like a 2-piece kit, so you can still use the rear door, a big boxy side skirt, and a ducktail on the back to finish it off. A really nice car, that, but I can't really do justice to it in this light. pretty cool. It's a shot. A31 go past. We got some cars here, man, and I have talked about them many times. Ken's crazy Mercedes, the widest FD you'll ever meet with a whole crazy curvy wrap. And then we've got the Stan's Garage Mania W123. I mean, these cars I've talked about so many times, but always worth looking at again. And while I'm here, this R34, man, it is as perfectly done as it gets. This RX-7 is absolutely epic. Got these really nice kind of split rim style wheels, endless brakes on it with the blue bells on it, composite bonnet, whole front end really nicely done, big kit, and that is all carbon. I cannot repeat the channel name here on YouTube though. There's a lot of really nice 190E builds in Thailand and a lot of really nice 190E builds right here tonight, and this one has got the full Evo 2 thing going on here with the back end and this gurney flap, which you can see is actually adjustable here. Neat touch. This is a pretty nice car. It's nothing new. It's been around for quite a while. It's all lit up so you can see inside it. Looks good. That's a really nice tribute car. You cannot beat the classic rally liveries, and for me, Toyota and Castrol, they go together like that. This looks absolutely fantastic. This Celica just looks bang on, and with the white OZ wheels, and he's got reeds on it as well, Monte Carlo livery, Didier Oriole, the full works on this car. Absolutely beautiful period tribute build. I love that. When we're talking about full-on FD street race style, this is the daddy. This is the second one I've seen tonight with the Fields kit. The other one I showed you just before is absolutely mental. I actually saw this at the rest area a couple of months ago. So you want to see more about this car, drop down a few videos, and I made a whole video on the rest area. But man, look at that rear wing and the supports and the lights and everything. I really like that. Absolutely everything going on. It's got a full cage in there. You name it, it's been done to that car. So far it seems to be mostly 90s OO JDM, but this classic Corolla is epic. You look at this big spoiler on the front here, real period style. It's a bit rough and ready. It looks like it's been painted over, a bit of damage over the years, but I absolutely love these wheels, these split rims. They nail the period, the whole fitment, the tire size is perfect. We look on the roof, man, that has been pretty much heavily repaired, but it gives it the whole vibe. This is a KE70, pretty nicely done. It's obviously been fully restored, wide body on it, wide Rocket Bunny style arches, really nice kind of period wheels, and inside you can see it's got a full cage, all stripped out, racing seat, manual stick. Looks good, a nice KE70, but don't judge a book by its cover, because inside it, it's got a rotary, man. I first saw this car at Midnight Bank Sen, and I had a shock because I heard it brapping, and that brapping is actually coming from that RX-7 there today. The engine is switched off, but I heard a KE70 brapping away, and then the owner opened the bonnet. Man, you don't see that every day. So that's it for the third street Radial meet, which is a cool meet. Just the problem is trying to get out is a really big problem. All these hundreds of cars are all going through 3 booths, and you pay by scan at the booth. So it's a big problem to get out of here. Going to be in bed pretty late. As I always say when I get to this point in my video, if you kind of like my video, please hit the like button. Thanks for getting this far watching the video. Please subscribe, and I'll bring you more content like this. And with that, it's good night, and I'm going to try and get out of here